You ever sit there wondering, hey, can I pretend to act like I'm being buff and going to the gym and pumping iron so I can get muscles and impress people? Well, introducing Arm Wrestling Simulator, a guide to becoming jacked! All right, I have reached the pinnacle of Arm Wrestling Simulator. Do I really want to start from scratch just to show everyone how to quickly super rebirth and buy some upgrades that may or may not be worth it? I mean, look at this, took forever to get. I can buy this extra lucky, 27 stars. It's gonna put me way far back. Do I do it? Maybe not. Changing my mind. I changed my mind, we're doing it. Click! Boom! Oh no, back to the beginning. All right, guys, we have super rebirthed and we've used up all of our stars. I moved myself out of the way here. You can see I have 0 stars. Now, let's talk for a little bit about what you need to optimize your setup here. So again, you want to have pets with Winter 2 or Winter 3, and you want to have good pets. That means at least from Atlantis World, if not Dino World if you get lucky, because they're going to exponentially help you get up to speed. The other thing is you want to do this on a weekend, because on the weekend, if you notice, over here is this X2 buff. So this gives you double strength for training. Gonna accelerate your gains really quickly, right? And then we're gonna go into a loop and we're gonna build up and we're gonna get these extra upgrades. And I'm gonna show you the loop once hopefully you have a good amount of pets. But I'm gonna show you how quickly this can go. If you have a bunch of pets equipped with Winter 3 and you train effectively, you can get through a lot of this content very quickly to get back up to speed. All right, we're gonna do a quick tutorial on how to quickly enchant your pets, okay? So first off, if you ever find yourself low on strength, make sure you've got good pets equipped before you start enchanting, at least to the 3rd world, so you can get maybe 1 trillion wins saved up. Then you can just go over here and just hit a couple punches, and then you can go over here and you can just always chump the rogue AI a few times to get some wins in, so you can rebirth really easily. You can see, very simple with just minimal fuss if you have good pets. All right, so here's the enchanting interface. I recommend having a throwaway pet or one of your older pets, and then all your pets that you want to enchant need to be unlocked and unequipped. So I've got these rainbow gem triceratops that I want to go ahead and get enchanted so that they can be beasts. So definitely want to have these all set up in a row. All right, for the purpose of this video, our target is rainbow gem triceratops, which I have huge and voided here. Okay, so the overall strategy is you want to have a throwaway pet here, because every time that you enchant, you're going to roll the dice and get a new set of enchants here. So we're going to enchant lucky 1 until we get a Winter 3, okay? So we're going to enchant that, and we haven't gotten that yet, so we're going to go over here and rebirth. And this is where having wins set up and ahead of time is going to come into handy, because you want to at least get up to like 33 to get that buff of Winter 3 eventually. So we've got 30. Here is Winter 3. We only have 30 rebirths, so we need to do 3 more. So we invest, a couple billion in there. Now we go down to the rainbow gem triceratops and we hit Winter 3, and we rinse and repeat until we get everything that we need. And we're going to roll and roll and roll. This is a little bit tedious, but we've got another Winter 3 here, which is lucky. So we're just going to go ahead and get a little bit over 33 rebirths, and go over here and enchant another one with Winter 3. Boom. So we have Winter 1 here. We're going to waste that, re-roll. And we've got Winter 1. You want to choose the cheapest one whenever possible, because that means you have less investment in wins. So it doesn't really matter because at some point, like, you have so many wins you can't run out very easily. But as you can see, this goes very, very quickly with the re-rolls once you've reached a certain point. So here's another winner 3. We're going to go up to 33 again on our rebirths. And once we get there, we can... Oh, one short. Go past Sovereign there. So now we just go and do that. And soon we're going to have an entire team of winner 3 pets that are OP. And that's going to be important to accelerate you through the end game, because wins are the gatekeeper to progression in Arm Wrestling Simulator, in my opinion. Now, the secret sauce here is that every super rebirth that you accumulate, every one of those stars that you hold on to, gives you 100% strength at base. So ideally, you want to keep anywhere from 8 to 10 stars on you at all times. Why? Because this will help you train a lot more effectively. Once you get past 10 super rebirths, it drops up to 80%, and so you get diminishing returns on each super rebirth. So if you're going to be farming for the lower level things, you might want to stay there for a little bit. As you get to higher tier stuff, like the pet slots, you're going to have to go to 15 and then reset and start over. So let me show you the gameplay loop here, starting at 0 strength. Alright, so whether you have VIP or not, the first thing you want to do is you want to auto-train on Knuckles. Alright? So I've got a lot of pets, so that's why I asked you to get some OP pets. So do that for a couple seconds, go over to auto-fight, and chump the champion a couple times, right? Takes about 500k to beat him. I've got 1.7 trillion from just doing that. We chumped him twice because we have winner 3 on all our pets. We already meet the criteria to get into the gym. Boom. Next thing, whether you have VIP or not, go over and get some knuckle training in. And boom, we're already up to 7 point... Well, I don't know, it's going up too quickly. We're in the trillions. Let's go to the Rogue AI. Let's chump the Rogue AI a couple times. You need 36.2 billion to have a chance. I recommend being over 50 billion for your auto click, so it's easy to do. You're going to do that a couple times so you get around 40 million wins. Okay, you're going to go through the door here. Now here's the important part. This is where you want to equip your trail. So I go for a 20 million trail. Okay, and get that active. I spend the rest of it on rebirths so I can get some extra percentage. Now, in this area, you're going to want to train with the hands because you're going to get your best bang for your buck there, your most gains for your time. So you can see that's going up relatively quickly for having 0 rebirths. All right, and all we got to do now is get enough to, when you're at lower levels, the fat pirate, you can chump him. I'm going to chump the friendly shark since I have enough. Not only going to kill this guy once here, boom. So now I've got 14 billion. I can go rebirth here. I'm just going to show you, creep up here, how much you need. So here we're at Sovereign. We super rebirth. It's going to ask us to super rebirth. Boom. We've super rebirth. We're back in. Now if you look at baseline, we have 100% to start with, and it's going to go a lot faster when we auto train. So we hit our knuckles, boom, we got enough. Let's go back to the champion. We're going to chump the champion a couple times, boom, chump the champion. Sorry about my dog in the background. This is how it goes. We've chumped the champion a couple times. We're going to run in here to the school. We're going to hit our knuckles again. We're going to chump this. We're going to go over here to the Rogue AI. We're going to chump him 2 times. And we're going to rinse, lather, and repeat. And we're going to get all of that. So you can see how quickly this can go, especially if you're pay to win. You can very quickly get back up to speed just by following the same pattern. Don't forget your trail. Don't forget to max out your rebirth before you start training. And then finally, you're going to start your auto train here, and you're going to get those hand grips going here so that you have enough to fight the shark or one of the lower ones if you need to. That's fine. You just want to get enough for 1 or 2 wins just so that you can super rebirth again. So here we go. And very easy, we're going to get the second token. And now we're going to start with 200%. Again, gains are going even quicker. We go chump the champion 2 times again. Very simple when you have the winner 3 buff and the 2x wins game pass. Again, very pay to win, but if you're free to play, it just takes you a little bit longer. Not a huge deal. Okay. Let's go chunk the rogue AI. I'm just going to do this one more time just to show you. As you increase your gains in your rebirth tokens, the length of time it takes you to train, especially with that weekend buff, goes down. Again, 20 million trail. We hit all of our rebirths for the wins that we currently have. All right, we auto train with the hand grips. We're going to get up to speed here, and we're going to chump that friendly shark right there. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Sorry, I had to do it. I know some of you hate me right now. That's okay, don't care. Oh, I gotta do this one manually. Forgot about my auto click. All right, not feeling the tapping today. All right, way too many wins. So we go over here, we rebirth a bunch of times, and we super rebirth, and now we have 3 tokens. Okay, and if we want, you may have things you want to spend it on. We're looking for enchant luck next. This is going to be my next target, 8. I don't see a whole lot of value in walk speed, but I may just max that out. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward through this and see how long it takes me to pull this off. All right, so it's literally been like 5 minutes, and I'm walking in. I'm not even going to train. I'm just going to fight the rogue AI and get my 2 wins, because once you get a few super rebirths in and you have a pet army, like, it just becomes trivial to fight this person. So we just come on in, and just to kind of show you where I'm at with my super rebirths here, got 600 at baseline, 600%, and I throw everything in there. So now I've got 915 with those and an auto train, and look at that. I mean, I'm getting 5.7 trillion and my strength is going up exponentially. I want to show you this because now, if I really wanted to, I could fight the Kraken. I could just wait here a few seconds and fight the Kraken. I do it once, and he's a little bit harder to chump with the auto fight, let me be clear. But I like to get up around 5 or so and see if I could chump him there. And again, it doesn't take me that long to get there. So here we are at 5 QA, and he's at 1.5 QA, so hands off here. And we chumped him. We got a ton of wins. Just to kind of show you how far that takes us here. I mean, it takes us quite a way. So once you get up to, you know, I'd say 10, you can start trying to go after the Kraken. I mean, you can get everything you need here if you have great pets just in this first room. Get up to 10. Just go ahead and chump everyone you need to do just in succession. You don't even have to train in the gym. You can just go right from the school, fight each person, you know, 2 or 3 times depending on what kind of enchanting buffs you have on your pets and how many you have, and just run with it. And we're gonna get 8 really quickly. So 8 super rebirths here just to prove to you, and I'm keeping track of the time that I've spent here with this pattern. And again, this may or may not be worth your time. That is up to you. But I'm looking down at my stopwatch here. Let's go ahead and train hands. And we're just gonna chump the shark a couple times just to make it simple, because it's easy to chump the shark like 4 times. I guess I could train and chump the Kraken a little bit more because I have the ability to. But most of you are going to be on this shark, so I want to get a decent representation of the time it's going to take you to get your super rebirths. So we get up to 55 billion here. I think that'll be enough. So we go here. Let's see if we got enough for super rebirth. There we go. So here we are, our 8th super rebirth. And that took us 7 minutes and 21 seconds to go from 0 to that amount of tokens. So if I go over here, I go to my upgrades, go to my enchant luck. Want to get that up. Now we got to get 27 for the next one. I don't know if that's worth it, guys. I may not go for it. I may not max out the enchant luck, because all that does is just make everything come around a little bit easier. And you can easily kind of just roll everything. But I've maxed out pet storage, maxed out pet equip. Those are useful. The walk speed is not really useful. The extra lucky, I'm going to do some testing with this, but I've maxed that out. In the enchant luck, I've maxed out. So we are going to see what happens with getting back from scratch. And so I'm going to time how long it takes me to go from 0 to 30. All right, guys, we are super rebirthing for the final time to get an upgrade here. So we're gonna hit super rebirth, get our 9th token, so we can max out all our upgrades. So we're back to 0 again. We're gonna go to rebirth here, upgrades. We're gonna buy the walk speed, and boom, we are zeroed out. So we own extra lucky, both pet equip slots, the walk speed, pet storage, and enchant luck now. Amazing. So our character is maxed out on upgrades. So now it's time to see how to go from hero to 0 to back to superhero. And before you ask, it took approximately 32 minutes to get here to this point, doing the super rebirth technique that I taught you with my pets, with my arms equipped, my Winter 3 buffs on my pets. Again, your mileage may vary. If you have half the pets that I do, and you're only slightly pay to win, it may take you twice as long. Some of you may AFK some of this. That's totally fine. Play at your own pace. I'm doing this for your benefit to show you what the time difference is, and you can reverse engineer the math from there. All right, so how long does it take to get from 0 to superhero again, starting from where we were? Well, let's do one round again just to remind you the entire sequence. So we're going to train. We're going to chump this guy twice. So he's chumped. I like to get a trillion in the next room because I don't have any really super rebirths yet. So we're up to a trillion. Let's go ahead and chump this guy twice. Remember, you need 36.2 billion minimum. I recommend at least 50 billion for the rogue AI. We chump him twice. We go in here. We buy the 20 million trail. We max out our rebirths here to give us a little bit extra training. And the goal here is to be able to chump either the Mermaid King or the shark. And so we are going to go for the shark here. I like to get about 600 trillion so I can chump the shark without having to do anything. We're going to go up to the friendly shark. Hands are up. So you see I'm not clicking. Boom. We chump him once. We're going to chump him twice just in case, but you really only need to do it once for like the first 4 super rebirths. We're going to turn off auto fight. We're going to rebirth a bunch of times. There's our super rebirth, and there's our countdown. Boom. So you can see how long it took me to do that cycle. So we're going to do this again. I'm going to time it, and then when we're done, I'll tell you the total amount of time it took me with the weekend buff and all the stuff that I have to get back to superhero status at Super Rebirth 30. All right, guys, wanted to do a quick check-in here. I'm getting ready to complete Rebirth number 6, or I should say Super Rebirth number 6 here. And after I do this, I'm going to check the stopwatch here. And we are 5 minutes and 17 seconds in. So gives you an idea of how fast it is to get back up to speed. Again, we are just literally flying through these currently. So I'll check in with another update, give you another time update. It's going to slow down a little bit as we hit past 10 super rebirths because there is diminishing returns. Remember, you get 1,000% for those first 10 super rebirths, and then it drops down to 80%, and then eventually 60, and then 40% for those super rebirth tokens. All right, I want to point out something here. We are at super rebirth level 9, so we're getting some good training in. But I'm getting to the point now where the friendly shark is not cutting it for me in terms of wins, in terms of efficiency. And you're going to have to feel this out for yourself depending on the amount of pets that you have, the enchants that you have on them, and if you have the 2x potion for wins, which I do not have active, and or the 2x wins game pass. But it's taken me now multiple times wrestling the shark to be able to get the number of wins that I need to super rebirth, and I can see that coming up. And usually that break-even point is around 10 super rebirths, and that's a good time to start going over to the Kraken for wins, because you're going to get a lot more wins when you beat the Kraken. So you're going to take that extra time that you would train to be able to chump the Kraken. I'm decided to show you how much it's requiring in wins there. So, getting pretty close to the ceiling. So we're going to super rebirth, and then we're going to go and chump the Kraken real fast and show you how fast it is to get to the world again and to chump the Kraken. I'm going to do a little bit different strategy for you here when I start chumping the Kraken though. So we're going to leave here. I'm not going to train anymore. Now this is the key. I'm going to do the Rogue AI 3 times. The reason why I'm going to do this is so I can get the next trail up, which costs me about 75 million wins or so. So I'm going to do this until I get 75 million wins. I'm close, so I'm going to do one more. It'll be worth it though, because I'll have a little bit left over for super rebirth. So I come on through here, and I'm going to go to trails, and now the 75 million is 100 versus 80%. And that's going to give me a little bit edge in training here, which is really, really nice. So go ahead and put my rebirths in. I'm going to start training, and now I'm going to train to chump the Kraken. So you can see here it's going up really quickly. I really want to get up to about 5 QA to chump the Kraken. And you'll see I only need to chump him once to be able to have the super rebirths necessary, or the wins necessary to super rebirth another time. So I could sit there and chump the shark for a few times, or I could do it one time with the Kraken and watch him go down and see, look, ma, no hands, and boom, 222 billion right there. Let's see if that gets us a super rebirth right here, and it should easily get us to where we need to go. And for the next couple super rebirths, that should be your strategy. So at 10, start thinking about switching over to the Kraken. The timer currently is at 11 minutes and 31 seconds. So already a third of the way to where we need to be back to superhero status after zeroing out and collecting all the buffs. So stay tuned and we'll show you the next step. And right now I want to give a quick shout out to Lexi Love, who let me use her private server for the filming of this video, so I didn't get begged to death during the filming. I appreciate you, Lexi. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Lexi here would like you to send her all your pets in Chess Simulator and Pet Simulator X, by the way. She told me so. Okay, we're at approximately the 1 hour mark. I want to take a quick break and show you around the 20th Super Rebirth, you want to change your tactics, all right? You want to get into the nuclear bunker. So let me show you. It's going to take you over 3 trillion to be able to get to your next Super Rebirth here, just to kind of show you exactly what I mean. So we're in the billions right here. There's 1.1 trillion, 1.6 trillion right there to go from creator to sage. And so that's going to get us up to 1700% at 20. Now at this point, you may want to reconsider your strategy, and I'm gonna point this out here for you. So this is the new loop. So we're gonna chump the champion twice. That's the first step. So we're gonna chump the champion twice. And then we're not even going to train in the gym. We're just going to go in the gym and we are going to chump the rogue AI one time and one time only. Okay? And I'm going somewhere with this. We're going to go into the beach because now we have enough power, and just go ahead and fight the fat pirate just one time. So we're going to fight the fat pirate one time. And what that does is allow us to buy this 375 million trail, which has 125 strength, and it gives us a few more super rebirths to play with, and it's going to make our training a lot easier. So we're going to train a lot faster now. So you can see here I'm popping 13.4 trillion per tick on the grips, and with all of my strength bonuses adding up, I'm already ready to chump the Kraken. But now, what you have to do is you need to accumulate 5 trillion wins. So each time I'm getting about 222 billion. So I've got to chump this guy a few times. So it's in your best interest to kind of overpower where you're shooting for. Don't just get 1.5 QA or 3 QA. Get like 7.5 QA just to be able to easily AFK this, so you can get your 5 trillion wins to be able to get into the bunker. Now 5 trillion will get you, I believe, to super rebirth level 21, but after that you're gonna have to do the rest of your farming in the bunker for your last 9 super rebirths. All right, I've collected some rebirth wins here. Let's see how much it takes us to get there. Started at around 6.6 trillion, and we are gonna end up with 1.7 trillion left. So almost 5 trillion wins to get to super rebirth number 21. So definitely after this, you're going to want to start thinking about going into the bunker for those last few wins. So we're going to do that. That puts us at the 1 hour and 6 minute mark. We are going to see what the rest of this takes. All right, welcome to the bunker. So I recommend you still train hands in here. This is especially helpful if you have VIP as well. Gain a lot of strength really quickly. But for most of you, you're going to want to shoot for the hazmat person first to auto fight. Because if you have enough winner 3 pets, he's going to give you 1 trillion each. And it's going to be very easy to make progress. Definitely want to do the largest one up if you can do the enforcer or bulk. Definitely want to do those to get your wins for your super rebirths. So once you get in here, it's pretty gravy to auto training and get your rebirths. So if we just go here, already ready for a super rebirth, and we have 7 trillion left over. Just showing you guys that. And that puts us at super rebirth 22. I'd also like to mention at this point, if you have any double wins potions, go ahead and pop them to make your grinding much easier. As you can see, I've got the X4 going. I wanted to demonstrate that to you guys. Very quickly got back here with the power that I have from the super rebirths combined with my pets and my arms. So you can see how this all kind of, as you progress in super rebirth level, kind of multiplies on itself and builds on itself. And again, this is demonstrating this point right here, fighting the Kraken, is your rate limiting step for super rebirths, in my opinion, which is why having all your pets with the winner 3 enchant is so important, to be able to get into that bunker so that you can train and crush things very easily. All right, let's give it a shot. We're around 100 here, somewhere around that. Let's let it get to 100. All right, let's auto fight the enforcer. No hands. And he is chumped. See where that 4 times potion or his 2 times potion with the Game Pass comes in handy. Now, one of the strategies I like to do when I first get in here is I like to spend some of my money on this RGB to give me 200 extra strength here. Really helps with the training and getting up to speed to chump the Enforcer or Bulk. All right, we got 2 minutes and 48 seconds left on this Super Rebirth Potion. So I'm going to see if I can get some mileage out of it before it expires. See how many Super Rebirths we can get out of a 15-minute potion. Because it really speeds up that Kraken, especially when you have all the buffs. So we're going to just fight this guy twice and see what happens. Actually, I'm going to fight him a 3rd time just in case. I don't want to have to retrain again. All right, so just to give you an idea of how much it's going to cost us. All right, this is Rebirth number 26, Super Rebirth number 26. Boom, we're back in. We're going to knuckle through here, and we're going to fight the champion. Only have to fight him once when you got the potion active and the Game Pass active. Look at that, boom. Nice. Coming through here. Hit the rogue AI. Smack them. Boom. Gonna run in. Gonna chump the fat pirate real quick. Instantly buy my trail. Rebirth up. Get some quick training in. So we can take down the Kraken. And look at those gains already. Doesn't take any time at all to get ready to chump the Kraken now. We're going to get up to 7 so we can make it easy. Boom. Hands off. We'll see how far we can get with a minute left on the timer for the Double Winds potion, just so you guys can see how far it gets you. Remember, you need 5 trillion wins every time you go through fighting the Kraken to be able to get into the bunker. And once you get into the bunker, it's pretty easy to get the next Super Rebirth token. "30 seconds left. And we're almost halfway there. We're getting some good mileage out of it, folks. "15 seconds. I don't think we're going to make 5 trillion here, but it is definitely helping us to get there and shave off some time off of the grind. Absolutely. All right, so it's gone now, so now we have to fight him 4 more times, I think, to be able to get into the bunker. But you can see how useful that potion is. All right, I just completed Super Rebirth number 28, just to kind of show you where I'm at. 20% on at the beginning. I have 28 tokens. And I've lost a little bit of track of time, but we're in about maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes into like actual grinding. Going to go back to the season pass here. I've got 1 more 2x wins that I've been saving. So I'm going to click this, and we've got 5 minutes of 2x wins. So I'm going to make the most out of this and try to muscle through. And I'll restart the timer over here. And we will go ahead and just try to power through to the very last of this 30 Super Rebirth run here at the end. All right, it is 6 minutes later. We just ran out of the double wins. We're halfway through the Kraken here. Let's go! All right, we are, let's see, stopwatch is 5:05 plus 2 minutes, so 7 minutes and 5 seconds in. We are getting ready to chump the Enforcer a few times to see if we can bring it on home for that beautiful 30. Yes, it's going to be great, folks, to have that Super Rebirth back from hero to 0 back to superhero. All right, guys, we got a little over 500 trillion. Let's go ahead and try to super rebirth here and see if we have made it. There's the button right there, folks. We're gonna super rebirth here to 30. Boom, we're back at the beginning. Here's a timer, add 2 minutes to it. So just under 10 minutes since we quaffed that 5-minute double win potion. Very nice. Now we just gotta build back up to where we were. So we need to be able to get the strength to get to Dino World. Now, in case you're wondering, to get back to your full strength after you've done your 30 super rebirths, the strategy is fairly similar. We're going to fight the Kraken just like we did. We're going to get our 5 trillion wins just as we did. But as we get into Bunker, as we accumulate wins, the Bunker is a pretty good place to train up. We're going to try to max out our rebirths when we first get in there and max out our trails, because we have to beat the final boss in the mutant bunker to be able to get to Dino World. And then once you get to Dino World, like pretty much you can just AFK and build up strength forever and have all the buffs, and then you could farm dino eggs forever and ever and ever. But that's the general strategy. So I'm going to use the last part of this video to kind of show that off, how long it takes me to get back into Dino World from this point, and we will go from there. All right, so when you get in here, you're going to start training with your hands, and you're going to need probably around 2 to 2.5 QI to be able to kill the Mutant King pretty easily. More if you've got an auto clicker that you're using, or you bought the 700 Robux pass, you could probably get by with 1.5 QI, though it'll be really dicey either way. But you're going to want to build up your strength. So what I recommend is chumping the Enforcer a few times, getting some wins under your belt, getting some more rebirths under you, and then it'll go a lot faster building up strength to that 2.5 QI. All right, so we are up to 5.1 quintillion, and so we're gonna go up here and fight the Mutant King. Here we go. And he goes down. So, I know what you're thinking here is, all right, easy enough. Here's the problem. You need 50 quintillion QI, not QA, 50 quintillion to be able to get in here. So that is the last grind that we have to do. And so we are going to chump the Mutant King over and over again. This would be clutch if you had a 2x potion here to help get in, but alas, we do not, because we have used them all up for the purposes of this video and earlier too. So we're going to do this real quickly. It'll take me a few minutes, and then I'll show you Dino World. All right, it's just like literally a minute later, and we have our 50 QI wins. So let's go to Dino World. If it lets me through. There we go, we're in Dino World. So we'll go ahead and start training here. You can see the difference, 308.9 trillion that we're training up here. I'll show you the stopwatch here where we're at from where we quaffed that first potion. We were at 31 minutes, 19 seconds. So it definitely took us a while to get to this point, a little exponentially more time to get to this point, from like our 28 super rebirth to rebuilding past our 30th super rebirth into who we are going to become. Now at this point, what you don't want to do is spend all of your currency, your wins, on rebirthing. Instead, you're going to want to go to the first or second boss, or maybe even the third, and fight them, because especially the first one here is super easy and gives even more wins than the previous world. So very easy to build up wins. We want to build up enough wins so that we can max out our rebirths. You're not going to be able to do the tribal leader until you get to at least 59, 60 quadrillion in strength. I recommend at least 80 if you're going to AFK him. So you're going to want to stick with the archaeologist to farm out the rest of your wins for your rebirth, in my opinion. All right, we've broken the counter here. We've got 1 to the E to the 21st power wins. I love it. Wonderful. This is what the timer looks like from when we quaffed that double wins potion a while back that expired. Let's see if we have enough to go all the way to Sages of Sages. So here you go. Watch the counter below. We've got Sage, Maestro, Virtuoso, Prodigy of Prodigies, Visionary of Visionaries, Sages of Sages, Grand Oracle, Infinite Being, Cosmic Creator, Supreme Sage, Archmagus, Mystical Master, Sorcerer Supreme, Warlock Extraordinaire, Spellbinding Savant, Enchanting Genius, Magician of Legends, Wizarding Prodigy, Soothsayer of Realms, the Prophet of Prophecy, Divine Oracle, Diviner of Truths, Augur of Omens, Visionary, which, who came up with that name? Savant of Wisdom, Genius of Knowledge, Mastermind of Brilliance, Inventor of Inventions, and we still aren't there. So we have some more grinding to do, it looks like. All right, fast forward about 25 minutes later. We've been chumping this guy for a little while, and we are going to see if we can afford the final 3 upgrades here. Here we go. Rebirth 1, Sage of the Ages, and Max. We've done it. We have gone from hero to 0 to superhero again. Look at these beautiful upgrades, people. Maximum upgrades. We've done all the super rebirths that we can possibly do in the game. And now all we have to do is start training. And look at that beautiful training right there. 353.1 trillion every time I squeeze those golden bars. All right, now that we've completed our journey from hero to 0 to superhero, all in about 4 to 4.5 hours total. A lot of that was AFK, to be honest with you guys. A lot of it was active too, but you could see we got a lot accomplished. We got all the upgrades, and now all that's left to do is AFK and build up our strength really, really fast. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found this to be the ultimate guide to super rebirthing in an efficient manner. I hope you found something useful, whether you're a pay-to-win or a free-to-play player, or someone who's just pondering whether they should spend their Robux on a certain upgrade. I hope you found something useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the videos so I can see you in the next one. And I hope you guys have a great day. Doc out. Doc Legendary's in your head. Doc Legendary till you're dead. Doc Legendary's here to stay. Doc Legendary every day.